I'm so excited about this group of people and this room and the energy and the diversity. And, you know, I think at a time when, frankly, ideas like hope and such are not much talked about these days, kind of have dropped pretty precipitously out of our lexicon, I feel so hopeful seeing this room of people tonight. My name is Kirsten Lodel, for those of you who I don't know, and I have the honor of serving as Lyft's CEO and was our founder. And mostly my job is to introduce the person who's really leading our work here in DC. But I do want to say, kind of on that idea of how much we've lost sight of hope and as an agent of change, that just a few blocks away from here, our friends on Capitol Hill seem to have fully perpetuated this idea that you know, cynicism and cutting back and austerity and really giving up is going to be how we approach the moment in time in this country when we have more need and more hardship than we've had in most of our lifetimes. And here at Lyft and in this room, we reject that approach. And that is a starting point for hopefully we can spread that rejection a couple blocks away, because every day in our Lyft offices, and you'll hear more about this, we see that even in tough moments, people are extraordinarily resilient, and change is possible. And you know, most of the time, people just need someone else, or even better yet, a whole team of people in their corner, supporting them, cheering them on, giving them new ideas, the same way that any of us work to get through hard times. And as a relatively new mom, as many of you know, I have never needed more support in my own life and never had a greater appreciation for the fact that none of us are self-sufficient or independent or any of the terms that we disproportionately apply to people who happen to have less money in our society. So anyways, I am so happy that you are here. And it is my great honor to introduce to you the woman, the leader, the born and bred Washingtonian who really has been expanding our work in this, our beloved city. Raelle Nelson James has, since she started just about a year and a half ago, more than doubled our presence here in Washington, extended our work beyond our flagship site over at New York and North Capitol, not far away from here, to serving more diverse communities in Columbia Heights and establishing our presence for the first time east of the river in Ward 8, serving the families in and around the Arc, which is so important. She's just an example of the best of Washington, and I am so honored to give her a warm welcome. Raelle Nelson James, come on up.
So I want to introduce two very wonderful people who I've had the opportunity to get to know both of them, and they really are true ambassadors for what Lyft is, both for community members here in DC, as well as for our student advocates who volunteer their time to work on behalf of the DC community. So I want to welcome Frederick Mac and Tobias to the stage.
Good evening. I'm Tobias. I'm a senior at the George Washington University. I started to volunteer at Lyft because I wanted to take part in meaningful service. As a college freshman in DC, I was exposed to the inequality in our city, and I became uncomfortable being a passive supporter of the status quo. I volunteer at Lyft to take an active part in the change I want to see in our city and in our country. At Lyft, my primary responsibility is client service. I help Lyft clients write resumes, cover letters, apply for jobs, search for safe, stable housing, screen for public benefits, and provide referral services for legal counsel, healthcare, and education and job training. The Lyft model that puts all the services and resources under one roof simplifies the process for getting help for clients, as Mr. Mac will tell you himself in a minute. When I first met Mr. Mac, I was blown away by the skills he already possessed and his determination to get back to work. Mr. Mac had the tools to succeed, but he just needed a little help using the computer to conduct a job search and apply for jobs online. All services Lyft DC provides. Each meeting, we applied for more jobs that fit Mr. Mac's skills and experience. Our work finally paid off, and Mr. Mac is now employed. Mr. Mac and all the individual clients I've worked with at Lyft have taught me as much as my professors at George Washington University. Working alongside the clients at Lyft is just as educational as my time in the classroom. They've given me insight into real-world challenges and given me a whole new understanding of the word resiliency. My clients inspire me with their strength and determination to reach their goals in the face of serious adversity. Their perseverance motivates me to continue to work hard on their behalf as a student advocate at Lyft DC. I'll keep volunteering because it gives me the opportunity to be an active part of the solution, not a passive part of the problem to poverty in our city.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. My name is Frederick Mac. I'm a native Washingtonian. I'm 54 years old. I'm a father of 10. All of them grown now, so it's my turn. I lived in the Prairie Center for 27 years. I mean, I've been in the area all my life, but in the last 27 years, I've lived right down the street from Prairie School. And at first, I didn't even know about the Lyft program. Tonight, I'm here to share a little bit about my life and my work with Lyft. 2 years ago, I had some health challenges. So I had to enroll to a treatment program to help me stop drinking. Because I needed to stop drinking because my health was kind of getting ready to go down, but I wanted to catch it before it got too far away. All right, so I enrolled in an alcohol treatment program. And before that point, I always had a job. I'm a sous chef. All right. But after 60 days in the program, I came out trying to look for a job, and it was hard to find a job. Because one thing, these days, you got to be, I'm computer illiterate. I don't know how to use a computer at that time. And to have a job these days, you got to have been able to use a computer. Not just me, everybody. You got to have computer skills to do so much today. So I came up to the Lyft program, come there sometimes to use the phone. Sometime I come there to get documents, faxed or something. But I didn't know about the program as far as to help you find jobs and everything. So I used to come in and I see everybody sitting in the cubicles. I'm saying, what's going on in here? You know what I'm saying? All these people just sitting there, so I'm just using the phone and get somebody fax on. So I asked a volunteer, a young lady named Rebecca. So she explained everything that was going on the Lyft. So what I did was I made an appointment to come see them about trying to find me some employment. So she helped me sit down, show me about Craigslist and how to make a resume and the cover page and things that I didn't know I needed to go look for a job these days, you know what I'm saying? So she showed me all this, and she was explaining how everything go. I said, huh? She said, yeah, this how it is now. I was kind of like in shock, you know. But she guided me on, her and the other volunteers. When she couldn't help me, if she had somebody else in there would help me out. They taught me a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying, what I needed to get ahead. But I was just so shocked that the recession was that bad. It was so hard for me to get a job. I always may get a job. As long as people eat in D.C., I'm always going to have a job. But this time, I had trouble, you know. So when I started working with them, she would help me every day. I mean, we put out like over 40 resumes in an average of 3 weeks, 24 applications. Still couldn't get a job. But they stuck with me. I made my appointments every week. I came there all the time. And now, I have a part-time job. The only reason I have a part-time job because I'm also enrolled in school at the community college of D.C. Okay. I'm also working on my, I have my food handler's license today. Okay. I'm working on SRO, a single room occupancy, you know, get on my own. Also, I'm with a group called Back on My Feet program. I've ran over 150 miles since June. I also now belong to a group called Concerned Black Men. Okay, and I'm working on I'm about to be a grandfather number 11. There she is right there. Okay, but the main thing that got me with the program was the way they treated me when I first got there. I mean, it was so nice. Spent the time with me. I'm not used to stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody just gave it all to help me, to help me get back on my feet. And I really met some good people there. All of them, Ben, everybody, the whole staff, they really helped. And then when I come out the building, you see people that are so happy that they came, the other people that have been dealing with them during the day that I was there, and oh, I'm so glad they're there. And a lot of people didn't know about Lyft. You know, we used to come in the building all the time. We didn't know about Lyft. We know about Center City, but we didn't know about the Lyft program. Center City does a lot for people too, but we didn't know about the Lyft program. And the only thing I want to say now, they treated me so good, they brought my self-esteem up, you know what I'm saying, gave me some hope. Because it was a hard time. I'm telling you, 3.5 months to look for a job was rough. Me, 3.5 years. I have over 35 years experience in cooking. And it took me that long to get a job. But they stuck with me, and they got me a job. And they got me, I feel good about myself today. You know what I'm saying? So part of my new job, I spread the word about Lyft. I tell everybody in the transitional home, anybody need help to come to the Lyft program, because you will get help if you want it. You know, and I'm just like to say, God bless Lyft and the volunteers. Thank you.